Hi, my name is Spencer. Welcome to Story Corner, presented by the grade 3-4 class at Robert Kemp Turner Elementary School. Today we will bring you stories from the imaginations of students in our class. And now sit back, relax, get ready for The Cowgirl and the Barn, The Hunters, and A Bee Broke His Back.
My name is Katrina. My story, The Cowgirl and the Barn. Once there was a cowgirl. She loved horses. She would go to the barn and ride the horses. The barn was red and white. It looks old. The horses she loves to ride was named Diamond. She was white with spots. The cowgirl's name was Katerina. Her short name was Kate. Kate has brown hair. She wears jeans and a shirt. On the shirt has horses. And every day she will jump with Diamond. Diamond runs really fast. She jumps really good and high. Then when she smells the air, it smells like flowers because it smells good. But it still smells like poo a little bit. Until one day the barn shut down. She was sad. She thought she would never see the horses. She made a plan to make a barn. Because of that, the cowgirl thought she would make her own barn. She tried to build it. When she built it, she opened the front door and it fell apart. Because of that, she thought she would give it another try. So she gave it a try again. It fell apart again. Because of that, the cowgirl cried so much, but heard the news on the TV. It was great. The barn opened. Until finally the barn to keep the horses fell apart. But they fixed it, and the horses were safe and happy in the new barn. And ever since then she went to horse riding again. She was so happy. She was back with Diamond. And the barn was nice and shiny and red and white. The cowgirl loved the barn. It was nicer than the other barn. The end.
Hello, my name's Max, and the title of my story is The Hunters. Once there was two people. They were hunters. Their name was Owen and Jax. They were 25 years old. They would smell for eagles, and they would taste feathers to find eagles. And every day they would look for eagles. They looked and looked, but they couldn't find it. They were so sad. They wouldn't do anything to catch the eagle. One day they climbed a tree and they fell down from the tree. They broke their back and they had to go to the doctor. The doctor touched their back until one day they found an eagle. They tried to catch the eagle. They tried to jump on it, but it didn't work. Then they tried to catch it with a net, but that did not work. Because of that, they were rich. They had more than $1 million, and everyone wanted to chase after them. Every day they would chase after them. Because of that, they had everything in the world, and they could fly wherever they wanted. And they had jetpacks, and everyone looked up at them, smiling. Because of that, everyone said hi, and they would do anything they said. And they were happy every day. Then they was gone in 1 second jerks. They liked that. Until finally they didn't have an eagle anymore. They were really sad. No one said anything to them. Ever since then, no one said hi to them, and they were sad for the rest of their life. And they were back to looking for an eagle. The end.
Hello, my name is Xavier. The title of my story is
a bee broke his back. Once there was a bee, and that bee was living in a bee's nest, and his dad worked at a beehive, and the bee smelled honey every day for 40 years. His dad worked at the beehive for 28 years, and his dad was taking the bee to see where the bee's dad worked for 20 years until the bee grew up and the bee was 40 years old, and the bee took his dad's place at his dad's work, and he got used to it. And every day the bee would go to work and work very hard. And when he got home, his muscles hurt so much. The bee would go and get some Cheerios. The box of the bee's Cheerios said, "These are John's, do not touch." Until one day, the bee broke his back trying to go to the middle of the beehive, and he slipped on a puddle, and his wife came to pick him up because his work called. Because of that, he could not walk and he could not brush his teeth. He could not brush his teeth for 5 weeks, and he could not brush his teeth for another 5 weeks. Because of that, he had very, very yellow teeth, and he invited his friends. There were 5 friends there. The bee was very, very sad. Because of that, his friends got him a wheelchair so he could have some fun and brush his teeth. His wife cooked hot dogs for him and his friends, until finally his back healed, and he invited his friends to celebrate that his back healed. The bee's wife made cake for him and his friends. His friends were there for 5 hours. Ever since then, he checked for wet puddles and never broke his back again. At least, that's what he thought. The bee broke his back again. He was so mad, but he got through it and never broke his back again. The end.
Hi, I'm Easton. You've been listening to the stories created by students in Miss Wright's grade 3-4 class at Robert Kemp Turner Elementary School. Written during our story workshop in October and recorded in December of 2020. This is a Halifax Regional Arts production.